Good morning, sport fans. Welcome to the midweek edition of Sports Lane on Vintage 93.7 FM. We are reaching you from Oluyole in the city of Ibadan. Today is Wednesday, the 22nd day in the month of February 2023. Thank you so very much for joining us once again. My name is Toby Akintola. I'm your sports pass. Super excited as always to be here to give the latest in the ever interesting, action-packed and often controversial world of sport. Well, Timothy is my studio manager this morning, and for 15 minutes we are doing it together. Well, let me also tell you that you can watch us live on Facebook at Vintage FM Ibadan, on Twitter at Vintage FM Ibadan, and on Instagram at Vintage 93.7 FM. Well, let's get started with athletic stories this morning. The next European Athletics Indoor Championship is due to take place from 2nd to 5th March 2023 in Istanbul, Turkey. On February 6, 2023, Turkey was hit with devastating earthquake. Staging a sporting event at the time is not a priority. However, despite this huge tragedy, the Istanbul 2023 local organizing committee has shown its commitment and readiness to continue with its preparations for the event during this incredibly difficult time. Where these preparations continue to go as planned as we continue to coordinate with the Turkish Athletic Federation, the local organizing committee, and the relevant authorities, and to provide all assistance and support as needed. Well, with the European Athletics stands by the decision of the LOC to continue with preparations for the event and will inform all stakeholders about any update received from the Turkish government. However, the tournament will not be same as others. We are mourning with our Turkish friend and we want to pay tribute to the lives lost and everyone affected by the earthquake, as well as show appreciation to the local organizing committee. Well, consequently, the usual celebratory side events and activities will be at a minimum this year, and there will be no local promotion from the championship. Well, European Athletics will also donate £1 for every ticket sold for the Istanbul 2023 European Athletics Indoor Championship. Well, that is according to European Athletics President Dimopro Kamarinov. Well, the whole sporting world is still solidarizing. They are, of course, commemorating with what happened with the Turkish government. Well, from tennis, let's move to basketball. The Tigers coaches have been plotting how to navigate the FIBA World Cup qualifiers route and recently reduced the numbers of playing personnel on the team's roster. Well, the head coach of the team, that's Ogo Dauda, has released the final team list for the last qualifying round coming up in August. We're coming up in Angola. Ogo Dauda selected the best 12 players while also reducing the already crowded roster by setting 12 parking. When Nigeria currently ranked 4th in their group and will play Ivory Coast, Guinea and Angola in the qualifying tournament scheduled between February 24 and 26 in Luanda. Well, the top teams from Group E and Group F plus the best third place nation will fly Africa's flag in the 2023 FIBA World Cup in Indonesia, Japan and the Philippines. Yeah, from basketball, let's move to football right now. Of course, that's the king of sport. We're expecting 2 games today in the Nigerian Professional Football League NPFL. Academy Warriors of Meduguri will take on Kora United from Ilorin. At the Samson Siasia Stadium in Yenegua, Bayelsa United will take on Rivers United. We are still staying with news coming from the Nigerian Professional Football League. The Interim Management Committee (IMC) has confirmed the man whose picture was seen all over social media urinating at the center of the Lake Salami Stadium as Awal Mohammed. Well, he's working in the official capacity of Shooting Stars Sports Club as the team's camp commandant officer. The incident occurred last week before the NPFL match between Shooting Stars Sports Club against Aqua United at the Lekon Salami Stadium here in Ibadan. Despicable act. Well, the IMC stated that Haoul's behavior is capable of bringing the league into disrepute, thus violating some sections of the NPFL rulebook. Mohammed has been given a year suspension by the NPFL-related activities with immediate effect. But Shooting Stars were also charged with violation of Rule C9 of the framework for failure to control the conduct of their officials, which resulted in a fine of 500,000 naira. Where both Mohammed and 3SC however have 48 hours to appeal the decision. Yeah, from the Nigerian League, we move to the Flying Eagles of Nigeria. Well, today the Flying Eagles will be going to get back on track. They are ongoing under 20 African Cup of Nations in Egypt. Well, they'll be facing the host country on March Day 2 today at the Cairo International Stadium in Egypt. The Nigerian 20 men's team lost narrowly to the Junior Teranga Lions of Senegal 0-1 in the opening game on Sunday, but still stands a chance of qualifying for the quarterfinal stage of the competition. Welcome to injury sustained during the encounter. Well, the result of the scan examination is expected later today, and we are certain the extent of his injury. Where despite the loss in the opening game, the Flying Eagles are upbeat that they can upset the host nation and put their campaign back on track, as win today will give them the advantage to qualify for the last 8. Where the Young Pharaohs game against Mozambique ended in stalemate in the opening day, and the host nation has only 1 point and will battle the Flying Eagles today in Cairo. The time for that game is 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Well, meanwhile, Habia Warriors of Umaya defender to face the host and their vociferous home crowd. The match won't be easy, but we have prepared very well for it. We have glossed over our loss to Senegal, and we are physically, psychologically, and tactically ready to face Egypt, he added. Nations Cup in Egypt, Gambia then in a 1-1 draw. Let's move to the Super Falcons right now, the senior national female team of Nigeria. Where the Super Falcons of Nigeria are back to winning ways thanks to Esther Okoronko's first half strike against Costa Rica at the Revelation Cup. Against all odds, the Super Falcons gave their best to grind the results and restore their pride. Previously, in 2 games, the ladies put up good performances but were unable to conquer as the team leaves the Revelation tournament in Mexico with just a victory after 3 games. Well, with this result, it's now safe for the team to continue rebuilding ahead of the FIFA World Cup coming up later this year. Well, let's move to the European football scene right now. We are starting with the UEFA Champions. We had a cracker of a game yesterday at Anfield. Well, the more immediate concern is that Nigerian forward that scored his 10th goal in his last 8 appearances across all competitions, opening the score in the 40th minute after a period of concerted pressure from the visitors. Then Napoli captain Giovanni Lorenzo scored the second goal in the 65th minute by finishing a